Good afternoon, Facebook. I'm Erie Times-News online reporter Sarah Grafsky. We are here today talking about the new fall job fair that the Erie Times-News is offering tomorrow, September 5th, and it is from 3 to 6 p.m. I have some fantastic ladies from the Erie Times-News with me today. I am going to let them introduce themselves because I will screw up their titles if I even take a stab at it. They're going to be talking to you today about the job fair. We're going to go through FAQ, do's, don'ts. Please, guys, feel free, chime in with anything you have. We're here to help you. We want to hear what you guys want to know. So, yeah, just feel free to chime in. I've got the iPad right here. I will look through your questions as they come in, and in the meantime, we'll just kind of discuss the do's and don'ts. So let's introduce ourselves first.
Good afternoon. My name is Amanda Farrell, and I'm the Audience and Consumer Marketing Manager here at the Erie Times-News.
I'm Jen Huegel. I'm the Classified Sales Manager here at the Erie Times-News.
So girls, let's talk about first why we decided to do this job fair in the fall this year.
Well, really, we host our annual large career fair every year, so it's an annual event, and we decided this year to move it to the springtime in April. And after that event occurred, we kind of got some feedback from local employers that were really interested in holding a second fall event. So that was one of the biggest things. And employers kind of expressed the interest and the need to fill the open positions that they have that are kind of ongoing. And then also with the job market and the unemployment rate being low right now, I think we're trying to fill that need and also kind of provide a non-traditional way for employers to interact with job seekers.
Sure, absolutely. So we know a lot of different colleges, universities, different organizations hold job fairs. So what makes the Erie Times-News job fair different?
So one of the things that makes this job fair different is really the vast array of different industries that are there. And the career fairs and job fairs that other locations hold are also great and fill a need for the community. But we have been very fortunate with the support of employers in this area to make sure that there's a wide array of different industries that are represented. And Jen will talk a little bit about some of those. A couple things that makes this one a little bit unique compared to the large one that we held this year in April is that it's at a smaller venue. Which is making it so that job seekers can have a more personal experience with the employers that are there. The individuals that are going to be there from these different companies are the individuals who make the hiring decisions. And so we're at the Ambassador. So this event is held at the Ambassador off of Peach Street. So that's where we will be tomorrow. And we're holding this one in the afternoon. One of the other things that we've heard from both employers and employees that have been coming in is that sometimes it's hard to get there for the one that was held in April. So this one is going to be from 3 to 6 p.m. at the Ambassador. Gives people the opportunity to come down after work or after school is out to check out what is there. And also, this is the first time that the Northern Pennsylvania Regional College will be joining us. And their goal is to really fill that gap between education and open positions that are here in the market. And they really focus on industrial technology and manufacturing jobs. And there's lots of those companies that'll be represented there tomorrow as well.
On your end, how do you seek out new people to come to these fair? How do you let people know we're having a job fair, basically?
Sure. So Jen's team really takes care of the organizing of the companies that are going to be there. But we really try to make sure that we promote the event to the employers as well as the employees. So we do have different advertising methods of where we're reaching out to them, especially with this one since it's a first time event for us being in the fall, to make sure that they know what's going on.
The spring we've had pretty great success though, right? So
we have. Well, and we have, I'll let Jen share how many people we have attending for tomorrow.
Yeah, let's talk about who will be there.
Okay. So we actually have 66 exhibitors that will be in attendance tomorrow. This tab actually published in the Sunday, September 2nd edition of the Erie Times-News. We will have copies available at the actual job fair tomorrow for job seekers. This program actually contains all of the companies that will be in attendance. There's a map on the inside cover that highlights all of the companies that are going to be there, where they're going to be located, and then throughout the program itself, you'll start to see ads that actually highlight what specific positions companies are looking to fill.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. So we do have a full list available online at goerie.com/falljobfair if you'd like to check it out there. We do have links to all of the companies' websites as well. Some of the main industries that are going to be highlighted in this piece are healthcare, manufacturing, financial, retail, trucking, technology, sales. There's a lot of different things in there.
So how many people normally do we expect at an event like this?
We're thinking there's probably going to be a couple of hundred job seekers in this one. At the larger one in the spring, we did have 800 come down, but it's a little bit different.
Yeah, for sure. Smaller venue, kind of more. I totally get it. Have you guys like heard any like success stories or anything cool that's kind of come from our like previous job fairs that you want to share?
I mean, I really hear the feedback from the employers.
Yeah.
So, that's always kind of nice to say, hey, yeah, we made a hire from, the
Your
career
event,
fair.
right,
Yeah.
right.
So, we have a couple of stories like that from previous ones, but I don't know from a job seeker's
not
perspective.
necessarily specific ones, but I think the other thing with this too is, and if you look online or in the tab that was in Sunday's paper, you can see very specifically what positions these companies are hiring for. And one of the other things when Jen and I were talking earlier, that a lot of these positions and a lot of these companies are really making sure to focus that they have positions with flexible schedules. They have benefits. Some of them are offering sign-on bonuses. These are positions that they are really actively searching right now to fill. It's not something that's in 3 months or in 6 months, but it's something now that they have a need to fill.
That's
so
great.
It's and I think the other thing too is we talked a little bit about tips for preparing, and we'll touch on those. But going in and kind of looking to see what these companies have, what they offer. I think it's always interesting when we're doing things here and working with different companies, the opportunities that they have to offer that you may not even think about.
Right.
So, I think that's something too, is not to dismiss any of them as they wouldn't have something for you, because they very well may.
Sure. So it doesn't make sense to only go to one. Go to all 66.
Go all 66 of them.
Pro tip. Okay, so Amanda, let's go into how, if you are going to the job fair tomorrow, you plan on going, how to prepare, anything you can give that kind of gives insight to that.
Sure. So one of the big things is come dressed for the position that you're interested in. Like we had said at the beginning, you're coming in and meeting with the individuals who make these hiring decisions. So you really do want to make sure that you're coming in and putting your best foot forward. It's the opportunity to talk with those folks. One of the things that will be available at the job fair tomorrow is that the ladies from Dress for Success Erie will be on hand to provide professional attire consultation and be available for any kind of tips and tricks for dressing for the part that you're interested in. Make sure you bring copies of your resume with you, and you want to be able to hand those out to the employers that are there. If you get through visiting those 66 people tomorrow and run out of resumes, Kabinski Business Systems will be on hand with a copier to be able to make more copies for you. Be sure to pre-register. Yes, the event is tomorrow, but there's still plenty of time to go online to pre-register for the job fair at goerie.com/fall-job-fair. And research the registered employers. We said they're listed here, they're registered online at that website, so that you know, one, what the company is about, so you have talking points with those representatives that are there, but maybe you would also find something else out about that company that they offer that you weren't aware of. And come with an open mind. One of the reasons that we chose the hours that we did for this job fair was that so people who were currently employed looking to make a change would be able to attend. So come with an open mind for the businesses that are there. There's a lot of industries to look at, and if you're thinking about furthering your education or learning a new skill set, there will also be colleges and universities there to visit with as well.
And how cool is that? I mean, there's 66 employers in Erie right now that are looking for employment. Because so many people, I think, have that mindset, there's no job opportunity in Erie right now. Right. And I mean, I just think going and seeing that in general might
And with multiple positions. Jen actually, I think, had a couple to share with us today, too, of places that we're looking in some of the specific things.
Yeah, I definitely wanted to touch on a couple, just to give the Facebook audience an idea of what is in the program guide for the event, and you know, what they can expect to see at the event.
Sure.
So one of our actual sponsors, Mercyhurst University, they actually offer over 60 undergraduate majors, 70 concentrations and professional tracks, over 10 master's programs, and over 12 certificates. So that's just a couple of things that they offer. Our other sponsor, Airborne, they're actually a 100% employee-owned company, so some great benefits there for working for them. They do offer some training depending on what the positions are. Right now they're looking for multiple assembly positions and also engineering positions.
Oh, cool.
Go ahead.
And these are like, I mean, companies, like 66 different companies that maybe you didn't even know. Because a lot of people just, when they think of Erie, they think of the big companies like GE and Lord, and like just going and seeing these little companies that are hiring, you know, and probably offer good benefits and different, you know, I think that's an opportunity in itself, just going and kind of seeing. So
seeing what's out there.
Yeah, exactly. If somebody wants this and it's only available in the Sunday paper, like, and they didn't get the Sunday paper, how do they get it?
There will be copies available tomorrow at the job fair.
Okay.
And you know, they'll be there as soon as you come in, so you could pick it up and kind of glance through. The information with the employers that will be there is also on the website at goerie.com/fall job fair. So the complete list is there with the map as well, so that you can kind of pinpoint if there's people you specifically want to make sure that you find and have the opportunity to talk with.
Coming from, I know we talked about how to prepare with your job seeker. It's free for job seekers, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. Yes.
So all you have to do, show up, bring yourself, your resume, your best dress.
Correct.
What about from like an employer end? How do you find, and you talk to the employers, how do you find that they prepare for these kind of events?
I feel like they kind of have their standards of, you know, what questions they expect to be asked, and, you know, kind of some talking points about their companies, what kind of benefits they have, what kind of open positions they have, and just kind of go through, you know, kind of a plan together, you know, for each individual company that's going to be there. So I feel like it's different for everybody, definitely.
Yeah, each company probably has their own individual offerings. How many people typically come from each company? Like, is it one representative or?
Typically two.
Okay.
Yeah, two, sometimes more, but, you know.
It's two.
Yeah.
I think the other thing that's kind of neat about it too is that the employers that are coming want to make sure that they're representing their company in the best light as well. So I think a lot of times it's really cool to see what they bring to set up for job seekers to look at and to inform them about their company, because, you know, at the same time, people are coming in trying to sell themselves, if you will, to those companies to be hired. But the company wants to make sure that they're putting their best foot forward too, because they want to attract those qualified job seekers.
Sure, absolutely.
So it's cool to, you know, even from our side, to walk around and just kind of see what the different setups are and the displays and what companies are doing, because there really is a lot of cool stuff going on here in the Erie market.
Yeah. So from our standpoint, like from the Erie Times-News, why do we continue to put events like this on?
I think it's, you know, part of it is filling the gap, you know, and trying to get these skilled positions filled. And kind of bringing together the job seekers and the employers all in one place. So I think that's...
Yeah, I mean, I think that we really have, you know, we have a good opportunity with what our reach is into the market to be able to make sure that we are informing both sides of the table, and then, like Jen said, you know, kind of facilitating what that meeting location becomes for those individuals. And, you know, the other thing too is I think that we hear a lot of feedback and comments from both sides, and part of that listening is what you know, ended up with having the event that's coming up tomorrow.
All right, girls, anything else you want to add before we wrap up here?
I don't think so. Come visit us tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow.
We will be there.
Okay, Ambassador Center.
On Peach Street.
On Peach Street, 3 to 6 p.m.
Free and open to the public.
Okay.
Come with your resumes. Dress for the position you're looking to possibly be hired for.
All 66. All right, thanks.
Thank you.